The professional layman's.
What's up, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1, part 6
It's good to be in the studio.
of the Professional Layman's TPL podcast. Welcome, everyone. I guess this is our first episode again. We'll get there eventually. We've had about six or seven. I think it's about 6.
Yeah, well, I guess we could just tell them about the last one.
What happened in the last one? A lot of things.
We had technical issues.
Yes.
We tried again, we had more technical issues.
Yep.
We called a friend.
A friendly friend.
Was bored and decided to rock around. We all continued to troubleshoot technical issues and get maggot, and then tried to record a podcast.
Yeah, so we fixed it, but by the time we fixed it, we were way too far gone. We were so far gone, and it was an absolute train wreck.
It was.
some might say it was glorious.
Yeah.
But it really fucking was. I'm your host, Bert. Kilda, joining me today as always, I guess. Jesse, as always. I think we're at that point, right? Yeah. Always, as always, you know.
It's your boy Jesse.
It's your boy Jesse.
With another video, you better get sparked on blood. I don't know what that means.
Or I'll glass your mum, mate.
I'll glass you right up the kisser.
Is this your Is this our future? Just mimicking chav accents?
Whoa.
Or what?
Bruh.
You
didn't say that anymore.
Yeah, maybe not, eh? It's 2020, Jesse. Jesus, get a bonus sensitivity in you, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah, dude, I read something today. So you know how like kids are doing online classes. Who was doing his online class, and I think he was 10 years old, and very young, like 10 to 14. I can't remember the age. And he flashed a toy gun, a Nerf gun.
I seen that.
Orange.
I seen that.
And the teacher was sus and called the cops.
Called the fucking cops.
Busted in.
Yeah, dude.
And the parents were like, what is going on? I mean, like, you can't... Okay, online classes, whatever, but you can't treat online learning like a real classroom.
You know what
the kid's got a fucking Nerf gun in his bedroom. Dude. Have Dragon Slayer written on it.
Yeah, come on. Dude, here's the crazy thing
kid,
about this, about these Zoom classes. Sorry.
It was a black family.
It was black family, so...
yeah.
So I mean...
parents are shitting themselves. Like...
Dude,
yeah.
these Zoom classes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I saw this post on Twitter. It was this mother or father, whatever, took a picture of their kindergartner in front of the computer, who is just like head in hands, like 4 hours in, just cannot. Wow. Can you even remember when you were a kindergartner? Can you imagine being made to sit in front of a computer for 6 hours?
Are they doing Zoom kindergarten?
Yeah, dude. They got to do everything. They got to do everything over.
The next 3 generations are just going to be complete loners.
It's going to socially stunt us.
Badly.
Badly.
Well, you look at Japan, where they were so overwhelmed that there's so many people that
There's a word for them.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called, but there's a word for it. Yeah. There's a legit word in Japanese for
because
them.
There's such a big portion of them, because it's hard to live otherwise, Families aren't big.
No.
And then when they're on their own, they're on their fucking own. Yeah. And where they live is very secluded and small.
And a lot of them just...
And they just den.
A lot of them... Yeah, exactly. There's a den.
Dude,
they get the anime waifu, like, alarm clock visual projection. Have you seen those?
I imagine the ones that don't even buy body pillows. They have nothing. They have a bowl and one pair of chopsticks and a heap of ramen and a heap of drinks that they like. That's all one type.
They're
just at the PC 24/7.
They have a pack of ramen
else, and a shitty bed with like one blanket.
They have a pack of ramen designated for eating and a pack of ramen designated for fucking. I think that's how desperate these people are. There's just the bowl separate.
Yeah.
It's been stained white by the amount of cum that's just poured into it over the years.
Well, the cum coagulates
mixed with soy sauce,
the noodles, and makes it thicker. So each time
and
you come
fried
back,
onion,
it's a little bit more jelly.
Like... Oh, Christ.
Hey, you went there, bud.
I suppose I did. All right, well, let's...
Bert.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this podcast is to... We said educate in previous episodes. I think we should be a little bit less forward about how arrogant we are. Because we are very arrogant people and we do know a lot more than everyone else. But at the same time, we have a purpose. We have an objective.
We
right?
do. Our objective.
It's literally to give Greg at work an excuse to go up to the water cooler to Sandra and get in with her.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, we are here to provide you interesting factoids, discussion points, literally just general knowledge about what fucking ever.
You're too fucking busy.
Exactly.
Right now.
You don't have, you're listening to this podcast for entertainment. I mean, I would guess so.
Or just to pass the time.
If even that, but...
You're listening to it because when you have headphones in, your colleagues don't annoy you as much.
That's exactly right.
And while we're doing that, we're going to give you some ammo.
That's exactly right, man.
With.
And when you get up to Sandra at the water cooler, you can be guaranteed that on the weekend, you'll be shoving your dick in her tits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last week Sandra was parched as fuck because she didn't want to go to the water cooler because she knew Greg was going to roll up.
Yeah.
But then, Greg comes straight out of the bathroom, headed to the water cooler. She thought he was still in the bathroom. Bam. They both met there.
Bam. That's it.
And he'd been listening to the Laymans.
He had been listening to the Laymans. And he could tell her literally how cheese was invented.
Yeah.
And what the difference between natural and professional jesters were.
Yeah, that's right.
And how much of a boss Elon Musk is.
Oh yeah.
And how fucked up Twitter is. And within 2 days she was slobbering over his knob. Yeah. So just keep that in mind when you're listening. That's what we're here for. We're here to serve, except not really. We're just here to have fun, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better.
To be dickheads, honestly, is what our objective is.
The intro will be a little less long, but we're probably going to have to...
It'll be a little less long. Yeah. But this is episode 1, technically, still. Yeah. So, yeah.
That being said, please, Bert.
Let's get into it.
What you've got for
let's get into it. So basically, the formula, ladies and gentlemen, is that me and Jesse, or Jesse and I should say, we are professional, by the way. I should be professional in my grammar. We're going to bring in. Actually, I wanted to have a word about you. Word to you about this.
Okay, here we go.
I wanted to because we had an idea of what we were going to call these little. Little factoid segments, right? You came up with TPL topical. I like TPL topical. It's got a lot of T's in it, right?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of T's in it. How do you think about ruminations? It's a very smart sounding word. And we are very smart. It means to think very carefully about something and over a long period of time. I was ruminating about the idea of my girlfriend introducing me to a very laid-back fetish of eating toenail clippings, which is something you might have to think a lot about.
Something you would definitely have to ruminate on.
Yes, you'd have to exactly. Very, very good use of that. Now, here's the thing. Don't throw me off, Jesse. Here's the thing. Ruminating has a second definition as well. Do you know what it is? It's
making rooms?
No.
Destroying rooms.
It's to chew. It's to chew a lot. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Cows ruminate because they
Meth heads ruminate.
They do. They fucking do. Well done, Jesse. I wish I was smart enough to think of that. That's a way better analogy than cows. I went for cows straight away, man, being the boring cunt here.
How often do you see cows compared to meth heads?
In Brazil, you see them a lot.
What about here?
You see meth heads a lot here. Says a lot about us, doesn't it?
We could go meth head hunting right now. It would probably take us 8 minutes.
We are in Thornley, so...
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
We are in... Beep.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ed.
yeah, bleep that, Ed. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
So...
No,
yeah, but... Alright, well, okay, let's... Rumination. Let's just
I'm
call it
down
a
for
rumination.
rumination.
It's very arrogant sounding. It encapsulates our personalities very
If you
well.
got a fucking better idea, cunt, then
That's
write into what's our email again?
Oh, you can't spring that shit on me.
The professional layman's.
Professional.laymans@gmail.com. Fucking
Professional.laymans@gmail.com.
done.
That's right.
Straight off the top of the head.
Yeah, off the
Under
dome.
pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Under pressure.
Yep.
Anyway, let's call it a rumination. Jesse, my rumination for this week. I brought in cheese before.
Cheese.
You brought in Twitter.
Yep.
I brought in was the other one Jesters, right?
I brought in slang.
And you brought in slang.
Yeah.
Today's rumination is Mark Wahlberg.
Mark
Wahlberg. Mark fucking Wahlberg. So just in case anyone isn't clear about this, it can literally be anything. It can be as specific or as general as you want it to be. We talked about cheese. Like I said, we just listed them off. We're talking about Mark Wahlberg today.
Yeah, again, we just want to give you stuff to think and talk about.
Exactly. And Mark Wahlberg...
Because that's all we want.
Mark Wahlberg is...
That's why we spend our time together. That's the whole idea.
Exactly. I mean, all that me and Jesse do when we're not recording is just ruminate.
Yeah.
Ruminate about Mark Wahlberg and cheese and jesters.
I don't know. Like, to preface this, what the fuck are you going to tell me?
Wait, so...
Like, to get... can we list... Like, what movie will I know?
I don't give a fuck about his movies.
I need to know, like...
Only slightly.
Face to the name, because I'm pretty sure I know who he is, but I want to make sure...
Oh, you don't? Okay. So, what's a good... Ted.
Yeah, Ted, yeah. Ted. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I didn't want
Ted.
to say it. I didn't want to embarrass myself,
No.
You know?
Well, that's all right, Jesse. You got me to cover for you now, don't you?
We've also got an editor, so
we do.
You.
Yeah, well done, Ed. You're doing well, Ed. You're doing well. Mark Wahlberg, man, is actually a pretty interesting guy. I found out because when I was thinking, I was like, well, because here's the thing: you've seen a few videos of content creators that we both watch and enjoy, and you might have seen a few of concerning old Mark Wahlberg. But here's the thing: the motherfucker had such a... I don't even know what the best word is for it. Like, yeah, topsy-turvy, ups and downs and whatever, right? But this motherfucker...
had a deep-fried life.
He had a deep-fried life.
A crispy, deep-fried meme life.
Here's the thing. He was like one of, 9 children? And he was the youngest, right? So imagine being a baby. I'm the baby of my family, even though I'm taller than every one of them. Marky-Mark. Shut up, we're getting there. We're getting there, faggot.
Hey, wait. Hold up.
Oh, here we go. Oh, crisp. Crisp.
Sample that.
Sample. Fuck yeah. Put it on the soundboard, Ed.
Yep.
Mark Wahlberg, right? Here's the thing. His early life was a bit interesting. As you've already mentioned, Marky-Mark, he was a rapper in his early life. His name was Marky-Mark. And he actually did among many other things, he released an album that did kind of alright. But he was also voted, I don't have it on me.
Was it as good as Adam Sandler's album?
He has an album.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he does, by the way.
In his early days, he released like an acoustic album that was like sort of comedy, but not really.
Oh, for fuck's sake! For fuck's sake!
I think he released a couple actually. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. It wasn't rap, so.
Well, Marky-Mark, he became the lead singer of Marky-Mark and the Funky Bunch in the early 90s. And but in 1992, Rolling Stone magazine voted him as the worst male singer of the year. I mean, I don't know, like, ladies and gentlemen, go and experience it for yourself and make your own judgments. But
that's one day we'll be able to feed you some audio. That's currently in the works.
It's currently in the works.
3 podcasts in a row now. We've just not been able to do that for whatever reason.
Wait, not to be able to do what?
Feed them audio. feed.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
right.
We
Yeah.
usually would,
No,
yeah.
we're good. We're
Every
getting
time
this.
we do it, it doesn't fucking work.
We're getting this sorted. It's
So,
you know.
So he was voted the worst male singer by Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
What year was that?
1992.
1992. Dude, that's so funny.
He dropped out of school at 13. He had family problems. I mean, Marky-Mark, is that really to be expected? Like, to be, seems like something that Marky-Mark would do. At 13 years old, he was a cocaine addict. Did you know that?
No, I didn't even know. Wow, there you go. I didn't know he had any substance abuse in his life.
No, he had a hectic fucking substance abuse.
How old was he?
13.
He was on coke.
When he got addicted to coke, yeah.
Wow.
We're only
just
his
brothers and sisters, like.
I know, right? Like
wait, what?
He's
Doesn't have 9 of the cunts.
Hey, Mark's on coke. But meanwhile, Mark Wahlberg's just in the corner going, just like trying to clean up his nose as blood's running out of it. And he's alright.
Mark's doing coke again. Shut up.
He's just playing like NES, like Zelda. Zelda 1, he's just like, nah, fuck Gaddon, fuck this shit. Silver arrows, cunt. Fuck yeah, fuck him.
Dude, 13 years old, that's an early age to be doing coke, right? That's a bit early.
Skipping forward very briefly here. Very briefly. And then going back. While he did quit school at 13. Vape break. Editor said, sorry, we're gonna reduce these.
Don't edit them out.
Thanks, sir.
We're not the professional lawyers, we're the professional laymen.
Shut your hole. I'm trying to be one. Going forward in time very shortly. He did drop out at 13, school at 13, but he did complete his school education at 42. So he went back when he was 42 and actually completed it. After he was an established actor and everything.
I don't know what to say to that.
That's crazy, isn't it? Why the fuck would he even bother is my first question. I mean, it was obviously on his mind his whole life. Especially when
GED.
Yeah, especially when, like, after he stopped being a shit cunt.
Fucking make a documentary about that.
I know, right?
It would have sold better than any movie of his.
This cunt is so interesting, man.
Wow,
like, you
no
can't.
way.
I never knew Mark Wahlberg was so interesting until I came across a post on Twitter that gave a really short form like version of his life, and I was like, holy shit, yeah, righto.
Can you imagine being like 17 and you had a bad upbringing and you dropped out, but we'll say like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
You dropped out and you're like, oh fuck, I'm like, I'm going to go to get my GED and there's going to be a heap of fucking, like, random cunts in my class, that are probably going to be younger than me. It's going to be super embarrassing. You walk in and you're like, is that fucking Marky-Mark?
Fucking Marky-Mark?
Dude, what?
Is that
What up?
Fucking Mark Wahlberg is just like, how's it going?
Bummer I can't do an impression, man.
I don't even know how to do a Mark Wahlberg impression. He just sounds like a normal dude.
Kinda.
Except
he kind of sounds whiny.
Yeah, he does kind of sound a bit whiny, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. As you can already imagine, he's got a bit of a hectic youth, right? At this point. When he was 16...
Good on him for getting his GED.
Hey, that's it, man. That's it.
When he was 16?
When he was 16, he he attacked a Vietnamese man on the street with a wooden stick. He called the man, quote unquote, Vietnam fucking shit.
It was prods on coke. Let's be honest. Wait, I have a question. How the fuck did he get money for coke?
I have no idea. Dude.
He was 13.
He was 13.
Well,
who the fuck knows? That's just how much of a boss he is.
Family tie, right?
I'm guessing so. He did have 8 other kids older than him, so...
He probably has a brother that's like the 4th. And he's like the coolest.
See, I didn't go.
You want some fucking coke, man?
That's the thing. I wager if I'd actually gone in and actually looked at all of his siblings, I would have found the one that had given him coke at 13. Unless Mark Wahlberg is just that much of a badass that he just fucking sussed it himself, which, as we're gonna find out, maybe he isn't too far from the truth because he is.
It might not be when you think about it.
He is a bit of a hey going.
Kids pretty much looking after themselves at that point.
Yeah,
probably just made a mate. who was like a hobo on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's like, hey, that's some cool marbles you got,
Yeah.
Mark. And
he probably went
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, man, you want to fucking get in on this or what? And they pay marbles, and he's like, you know, he wins twice, and he's like, all right, this time I'm winning, puts coke down. And Mark's like, yeah, cleans him up.
Yeah.
On marbles. He's like, we got no marbles left, put that coke down, son. Fucking 13 to 16. Starts beating up a Vietnamese dude.
2 Vietnamese dudes, by the way. On the same day, he attacked another man.
What, with one stick? Or
another
2 sticks?
No, same stick. He attacked a completely different Vietnamese man the same day.
He just missed his train and was stuck in like Chinatown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's been a little bit racist in his young years, but that's a long time ago. We're in a different day and age. We can kind of put it past.
That's how you learn.
Right, that's it. Maybe, but here's one thing that a lot of people might not be able to get past is that he was actually convicted for attempted murder. Did you know this?
No.
So
I don't know anything about the cunt.
Well, and this is why it's so interesting.
This is incredible.
This is why, hey, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, really, because we know at least until about episode 169, we're not going to get any female listeners. But, gentlemen, this is the kind of shit you go up to the water cooler and fucking flirt with Sandra about.
Yeah, next time you're at KFC, and the chick is like, you know, she might look a little young, but she acts like she's a bit like older, and you kind of thinking, should I ask her what her age or
like you've already accidentally caressed her hand as you've given her money.
Exactly.
Like you're already halfway there.
You don't have to think about those questions. All you have to do is tell her shit. Like,
exactly.
You know,
like just
Marky-Mark.
Yeah, just throw out Mark.
Like, shit.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
all of a sudden, balls rolling.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
You got a number. You're fucking her after work. She smells like fried chicken. Win-win.
Win fucking win.
Win fucking win.
You skip forward a month later, you're in a casual relationship, but she's coming around your house 3 times a week with leftover chicken, with leftover buckets, boy.
Leftover buckets.
Basically, we just want to get you laid. That's the point of the podcast.
And get you free chicken, honestly.
Free chicken.
And free chicken, honestly.
Free chicken.
But yeah, no, he was charged with attempted murder. So there were 2 crimes which resulted in Wahlberg being charged with an attempted murder from harming an innocent person, right? And he was sentenced to 2 years prison, right? But he only served 45 days of the sentence. Now, this was during the time where I think he was Marky-Mark.
Ah, right, yeah.
So he was kind of popular. I don't know if that had a role to play in it.
Info on the attempted murder, or?
Actually, I don't. I only just had that.
That's for our laymen to look up.
That's correct. By the way, I don't expect any of you to know this because we did stipulate it in the past episodes, which aren't actual episodes. But we do not use Google or any form of search engine on here because we are very professional and we know all the facts.
Well, I guess you.
We don't need Google.
We might be playing the old clip here and there.
Oh yeah, the old clip. Yeah,
but we're
it's supplementary evidence, you know Jesse. I mean? Supplementary evidence. That's all it is, right? But he served 45 days of the sentence and then fucked off. But he still carried that record with him for the rest of his life. Because this is America, you can't just fuck it off. And maybe you can, but I think it takes a bit longer of a time to do that.
How old?
Right?
Do you know how old he was when he?
He was in 1991, so I think he was
not even 20, bro.
Yeah, I think he was still about 16, 17.
Yeah,
maybe a bit older than that. Yeah.
So he just goes in like, coke past is like
basically.
Maybe weaned off it, or maybe he's still on it, or whatever. It's
basically
like, a bit fucked up, and then he comes out of jail like what?
Yeah.
How long was it like?
45 days.
Yeah, so like a month later, he's just jacked.
Yeah, he's just, and that's how he started acting.
Marky-Mark.
Look, it goes without saying that that once he started his music career and after he got voted the worst male singer in 1992, he kind of ditched that aspiration a bit, and he went on to become an actor, and I'm not gonna list off all the fucking movies he's been in because I don't honestly give a shit. A lot of his movies are either like really low key, you never heard of them, or it's shit like Ted that everyone's heard of. He's a pretty he's a decent actor in my opinion. The first film.
For sure, like he's not a bad actor.
He's not a bad actor. No, I wouldn't say he's a bad actor, but I haven't.
Talented at it.
I haven't seen enough of him to say whether he's like exceptional or not. But I know he's not dog shit.
No, he's not.
He's not.
But you can imagine, like, I would say, yeah, it might be slightly off topic, but like being an actor would be partially working with the actor.
Yeah.
Some people, I guess, like the music industry froths on Taylor Swift because, yeah, she's like bubbly and happy and shit all the time, and she's like good at singing or whatever, but she's probably hell easy to work with.
Yeah,
like,
she's probably a hell nice person. She looks like a nice person.
If you're easy to work with and you're good at your
lurks
job,
on B.
Like, you got Brad Pitt, who's known for just being easy to work with and being charitable and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Marky could have been the next Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a little bit.
And then you got the guy out of
hard to work with.
You got the guy out of Superbad.
These roles, like, fuck, there's no one else for this role.
You got. Do you know how bad Michael Cera is to work with?
No.
Apparently he's a fucking tool. There's videos of him, like secret videos of him on set, just calling everyone like peasants. And just talking down to everyone. It's just like talking to the directors, like, do your job properly. Like look at Michael Cera. He is always going to be a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
A white, nerdy, like unsuccessful virgin 19-year-old. No matter how, like, which way you slice it, right? No wonder he's fucking pissed off all the time. But anyway. So he left it, became
and started acting.
Yeah, he went and started acting. But here's the thing, before he started acting, when he was Marky-Mark, he was actually quite ripped, right? He was like, he made an exercise tape called Marky-Mark's Workout or some bullshit.
I do know about
You know about that because of that Mutual Contact
yeah, I know about that one.
creator that we watched. But he did make a workout tape, which was hilarious. We're not going to talk about that, but he made a workout tape. And here's the thing.
It's fucking
hilarious. It's hilarious. Just YouTube it. But here's the thing. One thing we found out, because Marky-Mark, I should say, took his shirt off a lot, right? Because he was, quite built. He had shit to show. Women liked him. He got a modeling job because
he got quite a big, like, broad shoulders.
Yes,
kind of thing going on.
Like no one gave a shit about his music, but he got hired by Calvin Klein to model for them because of his rapping career, right? Because he just had his shirt off all the time. But here's one thing that we found out because he had his shirt off all the time. Mark Wahlberg has a third nipple. It's right underneath his left nipple. There's a third nipple. It's very small, but it's there.
I've heard about that.
You've heard about that one? Yeah.
But I've never seen it.
I could show you right now.
Yeah, I need to see it.
It looks like a mole, but it's a third nipple. It's a low-res shot because it's from the 90s, but it's a third nipple. It's a very small third nipple. That's a nipple right there. I wonder if he ever got sucked. He probably did, Like, he probably got some freaky chick who was just like, hey, I got a third nipple. You want to suck on that shit?
Yeah.
Sure, like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Fuck, man. I mean, if you have that many kids, surely one of them's going to have a defect. And a third nipple is a pretty good outcome. If you think about it.
Apparently, 1 in 18 men have a third nipple.
18.
I didn't even know it was that low. 1 in 18.
We're gonna have to go Layman's on the street and actually ask people, do you have a third?
Do you have a third nipple?
If we get to 18, twice over, and none of them have a third nipple,
we'll know the Mark Wahlberg theory is correct. Yeah, exactly. Funny thing, this is pretty funny. So Matt Damon. Matt Damon was in Brokeback Mountain, right?
Yes.
I never watched Brokeback Mountain because I was 13 when it came out.
Quick tangent. Watched it with my nan.
Oh, God, here we go.
Right up until they started
fucking. Yeah.
They're in the tent.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I'm pretty 15.
Did she know what the movie was about at this point?
I think so, but yeah, she didn't know it would come to that. Just me and her on the couch watching it. Gets to the tent scene. They start. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. And it's like, yeah, me too. Yeah, and we just turned.
Yeah.
It was 8:30 at night.
Oh, God.
15, and I was like, I'm gonna sleep now instead of watching the rest of it.
It's not even one of those scenarios where it's like you're with your parents and your sister or your brother, whatever. You're all watching a movie and there's sex and comes
SBS.
up. Yeah, it's not even that. It's not even an awkwardness or that. It's you and your grandmother watching a gay movie. The
best thing about it
the
is
first movie with a gay sex scene.
So I was like, both of you are uncomfortable with it. So it's like a mutual understanding. Let's wrap this up.
Everyone was uncomfortable in this situation. The actors, the people watching, just everyone was uncomfortable with it. So Matt Damon was in Brokeback Mountain, right? Funny thing about this is, if you actually put them I'm going to show you here. Put them next to each other, they actually look kind of alike, right?
Yeah. No, they do.
They do,
almost right? Interchangeable.
Yeah, they're almost interchangeable, which is why he was originally cast as Ennis Del Mar in Brokeback Mountain.
My next question is why?
So, no, but here's the thing. Do you understand who that character was played by? It wasn't Matt Damon. It was Heath Ledger's character.
Oh.
So, Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg, in one universe, played Brokeback Mountain.
And they fucked.
And made a Mark Damon child.
Mark Damon. Oh my god, Matt
Born of the seed.
God.
I told you it was interesting, right?
That's so funny.
I
do like the parallel universe thing you just said too. We got to use that more often.
Hey, there's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
There's
another universe.
There's a parallel universe where I piss my pants right now because I really need to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
It's not this one though. Oh wait, hang on. No, it's not this one though.
Dude, Marky-Mark.
Marky-Mark.
So funny, man. You can't forget this shit.
No, that's the thing, right? Again, hey, go up to Sandra, just be like, hey, did you know? Mark Wahlberg, he was
Matt Damon.
in an alternate universe.
No, he didn't.
In an alternate universe, she'd be like, let me suck your dick. Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
As a short little aside, he actually loves cricket. He's an American, he loves cricket. He actually co-owns a cricket team called the Barbados Tridents.
Never heard of them.
Well, you shouldn't have, because they're in the Caribbean Premier League.
Trust him.
And I'd never heard of that before either.
Cheap cricket team you can get your hands on.
Now, here's the thing.
Just bought them shirts. He was like, "Yeah, I own. That you're my team now."
Yeah.
Here's some here's some American hats and American jerseys. They're all yours, mate. Like, go for it. And they're like, yeah, what creepy? Yeah, Michael Wahlberg.
All right, Jesse.
How they sound?
All right, Jesse. I'm gonna get on to the peak, the prime,
the crest,
the climax of this rumination of mine.
Observatory.
But first, I'm going to piss because I really need to piss.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Messages.
Sorry about that. I had to deplete my bladder.
And we're back.
I was telling you, Jesse, about Mark Wahlberg's cricket team that no one's heard about, in a league that no one's heard about. Onto a bit more of an interesting factor. Maybe the most interesting factoid that I think he's got, right? Apart from the fact that he got charged for attempted murder and that he beat up 2 Vietnamese people. What did he call them again? I just got to see this again. He does have 3 nipples.
Yep, and he modelled for Calvin Klein.
He modelled for Calvin Klein as a result of his failed rap career because no one gave a shit about his music, but just really liked him in his 3rd nipple, apparently. Yeah, that's right. Vietnam fucking shit. He called the first Vietnamese person.
Dude, can you imagine him saying that in his Marky-Mark voice?
Vietnam fucking shit. That's as close as I can get to an age.
That's pretty good. From what I mean,
so he beats him with a stick.
Again, write in the professional.laymans.gmail
at gmail.com.
The professional.laymans@gmail.com.
That's it.
If you disagree and you think that's a trash Marky-Mark impression, feel free to record one and fucking send it into us.
Yeah, send it into us, cunts. Let me see you do better than me.
I want to see this fucking mailbox.
Mailbox. Oh yeah, 100%.
Fill that cunt.
If it's not full, we're going to come around and fuck every single one of your mothers.
Yeah, and while you're at it, sign us up to every Bitcoin trading fucking.
And to Men's Health.
Yeah.
Sign us up to Men's Health.
To everything.
I want to see the first edition come in with a slightly chubby, out of shape male model because it's 2020. All right, I want to see that shit happen. Okay.
Yep.
We're leaving it in your hands.
Plus size only, boys.
Plus size only. here's the most interesting thing that I think is attributed to Mark Wahlberg.
So the pinnacle, the Wizard's Tower, if you will.
The Wizard's Tower, if you will.
What's wrong, Bert? You lost something.
I was looking for my phone. It's alright. I don't.
Where's your phone?
It's outside, I think, but it's alright. Don't worry.
Bert.
I had the thing on my phone, but it's okay. He only just escaped 9/11. And this
was he in one of the towers?
No. So he was, and here's the thing. Let me just preempt this.
Right, hold on.
It's currently, the day of recording is currently the 11th of September in Australia.
And happy 9/11, bro.
Happy 9/11. It's been 19 years since Inshallah Akbar introduced themselves to our world.
Yeah. We
mourn and all that stuff. But yeah, he only just escaped the 9/11 tragedy. And this was because he and his friends were scheduled to fly to Los Angeles from Boston on Flight 11, right? Which was flying on 9/11, right? Flight 11 was the plane that flew into the North Tower, right? Now, in 2012, I don't have it on me, so I'm reciting from memory, but 2012, Mark Wahlberg released a statement that was kind of controversial at the time because it had only been, 11 years since it had happened. This is America we're talking about. They did lose like 3,000 people, so we gotta give it to them. They're gonna remember that shit for a while. But he made a comment where he was like, "If I was on Flight 11, I would have fucked up every single terrorist on that plane, and I would have landed that shit safely."
Can you fly?
No. But that's a quote from him.
And you know
he actually said that, or something to that extent. I'm paraphrasing.
If you asked me, say, like half an hour ago, I would have been like, okay. But I don't doubt him that bad.
No, honestly, after everything we've heard about the man, I honestly think if he was
just
on that flight,
sheer determination,
he would have just fucking fucked them up.
He would have saved at least half of them.
Yeah. Oh no, but you're forgetting the fact that he's
crashed into the tower. It would have crashed into the ocean.
You're forgetting the fact he said he was gonna land the fucker. He said if I was on that, I would land it.
Don't know about
me.
That. Maybe
I would land it. Mark Wahlberg with my third nipple.
Yeah.
Operating the co-pilot.
Tri-nipple power, Tri-Force.
Tri-nipple power, Tri-Force. That's it. Oh, you might be onto something, Jesse.
Yeah.
Holy shit. There isn't much more about Mark Wahlberg because he got quite boring after he stopped being an interesting person.
But that happens to everyone.
That happens to everyone. He's now
hopefully by then we'll have enough followers that'll just continue listening to us.
Exactly.
Talk the same shit over and over again.
Well, now he's completely sober, completely boring in my opinion. And he's lived like I said, I'm not going to go through all the fucking films he's gone through.
He hangs out with Steve-O?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve-O is apparently a funny guy. I don't like his stand-up, but I can see him being a decent person to smoke drugs with, even though he doesn't do drugs anymore.
I have to say, man, you have blown me away with this topic.
The last thing I want to say about
success.
The last thing I want to say about Mark Wahlberg is the first movie I ever saw with Mark Wahlberg in it. He was 15, Jesse. I was in a town that I shall not name, but it was quite small, mining town. I had a few friends with me. A year earlier, when I was 14, I'd just been introduced to marijuana.
Mm.
So I was in that state where I thought
holding Mary Jane's hand a bit tight and you.
I thought it was the
uncomfortable, but you wouldn't let go.
I thought it was the bee's net. I thought it was the be all end all. I thought I was tripping on acid. Exactly. Like I thought weed was everything back then, right? And here's the thing, me and 3 or 4 of my friends got very, very stoned outside a fire department's office building. Because we just like to play with fire. Boom! Thank you so much. You can edit in that drum snare effect, by the way, Ed.
He's got all the shit.
He's got all the shit. There you go. Oh, just add that shit in, alright? Exactly.
Yep.
And we were going to watch Max Payne the movie. Obviously a movie that's been derived from the game Max Payne, right? Very old game. Had a few iterations of it. Max Payne, objectively, was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It's also one of the worst games.
One of the worst. Max
hate
Payne 3, I remember going into a Kmart in, again, this undisclosed mining town. I remember going into a Kmart and looking at this and looking at the discount game shelf, and it's literally a pile of Max Payne 3. I remember seeing that. by Rockstar Games. By Rockstar Games. Yeah, so we went and saw Max Payne the movie. Horrible movie, except it wasn't. Not at the time. I was virgin high, basically, on pot. We went in on that movie. It was awesome. It was so fucking awesome. There's this scene, Jesse, where he's tripping, like, because the whole idea of the movie, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's this drug, right, that gets introduced into the city, and people are freaking out over it. Like, they take this drug, they see demons and shit attack them, right? And Mark Wahlberg gets forcibly injected with this drug as the climax of the movie approaches. Right. So the whole climax of the movie is him tripping balls on this drug, fighting demons, which are actually just normal people trying to kill him.
Man. How old were you?
I was 15. It was fucking sick.
You're like, oh.
It was fucking sick. And Mark Wahlberg, at one point, there's this scene in the movie where he's got a shotgun, he's tripping balls of this drug. He sees a demon off in the distance, about, 500 meters away, on a rooftop, looking at him with a sniper rifle. And you know what Mark Wahlberg does? He gets his shotgun. He does a backflip. As he's doing a backflip,
oh my God, dude.
he reaches around and pulls the shotgun in front of him over his head, half a kilometer away, shoots the sniper with his shotgun. Sniper dies.
Oh, man.
It was a terrible movie, but it was so good. And Mila Kunis was in it, apparently. Like, I remember her, like, for, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hot, so
I wish I saw that.
Dude, it was so good.
Just from your description, I think Marky would have been the best person for the role if the director had done better.
Yeah, exactly.
The movie,
and here's the thing, right? I was convinced.
He's a man on the edge.
I was convinced for about 3 or 4 years after that Max Payne was a good movie, just based on that. Okay.
And plays all the games and
went and just looked.
Jumps on his blog and he's like, "Have you guys seen Max Payne?"
Have you guys seen Max Payne 3?
Yo, fucking Max Payne. And everyone's like, dude, are you good?
So that's my first experience with Mark Wahlberg. There hasn't been many other than that.
Yeah, all I can think of is Ted, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't even seen Ted or 2.
With him once.
Yeah, he was on a few of those.
If you know what the rom-com is, write us in.
Professional.laymans@gmail.com. Losers.
Let me know.
Alright, well, honestly, that's literally, again, I'm not going to go through his fucking dog shit movies or anything. That's Mark Wahlberg. Interesting motherfucker.
Dude, thank you for that.
Interesting motherfucker.
Bert, you've killed it again, mate.
Literally anything we talk about on this podcast, fellas.
Yeah.
Listen in future, and there will be something that will get you laid. We guarantee it.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Keep trying as well. Keep trying. If it doesn't work, let us know.
I'm planning to use the Mark Wahlberg method to get laid soon, because I've had an epiphany today when I've been researching this. Is that if you can just
do coke when you're 13?
Exactly. If you can do coke when you're 13, and then tell a girl that you're not that much of a shit cunt, they will automatically think you're better than Mark Wahlberg, who's an A-list celebrity. Bam. Yeah. You're laid. Dick sucked.
Exactly.
Balls fondled. Nipples clamped.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Yeah.
Nipples clamped.
Nipples clamped.
Clamped and clicked.
Clamped and clicked. Yeah, that's Mark Wahlberg. That's the rumination.
Should I make that a thing? Where I always give you a clap afterwards, and we'll give it,
Do I get to give you a boo after each one?
Sure, yeah, well, I keep fucking them up. So. That's something you guys will come to find. I'm a public speaker.
Jesse just needs to learn. He is a professional layman. Needs to learn. Yeah.
So, well, we've got another segment.
We do have another segment.
That everyone looks forward to.
Yeah, because honestly, it's this segment that really is what really gets us going.
Sweet.
It's short and sweet. Well, kind of. Ladies and gentlemen, this is TPL News.
TPL News.
Dun,
Maybe-
dun, 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 dun,
Or
dun, dun.
should we give you a look?
Yeah, TPL News. We have the most informational news ever. My dick is hard, it reaches to my chin. Yeah, quarter chub.
Quarter chub.
That'll do, I guess.
Okay.
Jesse, what's some news you got for us today?
Just give me a minute. I can't remember everything.
That's alright. I'll actually, I'll do that. You said you had a bunch of them. I've got one.
Alright.
I've got one, and then we'll end in yours because I think they'll be a bit more lighthearted than this.
There's a couple I want to give you, maybe two.
Sure.
Maybe.
No, we'll end on yours, I think.
I want to give you one real quick.
Okay, now give me one real quick.
Ubisoft.
Alright.
Assassin's Creed. I don't know. What else do they make? They make tons of good games. They're all a bit fucky, right?
See, they make so many good games, but I can't think of them at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of them.
Do they do Far Cry?
I don't know.
They do, like, FIFA? I don't know. They do a lot of games. I can't remember. But they do a lot of games.
Yeah.
And some of them are quite fucky. Here's your headline. Ubisoft made an inside-out coffee mug due to a production bug.
Oh, I fucking saw this! Holy shit! That's so funny!
Yeah. They're a game design and game engineering.
Oh,
and
they can't engineer a cup.
Produced a mug that has the handle on the inside.
Like, it's literally on the inside, glaze and all.
Yeah.
Like,
it's full glaze, and whatever. I can't believe whatever company actually pumped them out didn't bring it to their attention.
It reminds me of Fallout. What's the MMO that fucking flopped spectacularly?
86?
Yeah, Fallout 86, I think it was, something like that.
It was like they had like a handshake method to any interaction, so it's like, oh, you can shoot at anyone in the wasteland, you can encounter anyone in the wasteland. But they have to shoot you back, and then there's like a whole thing. Where
you can't really PvP that well or anything.
Yeah, I didn't even buy it. I was an avid Bethesda Fallout man, you know what I mean?
Oh, Fallout's a good game. Like, a lot of the New Vegas is one of the best games ever made. But here's the thing, with that Fallout 86, whatever it's called,
76.
76. That's the one. That's the one. 86.
Sorry, boys.
Sorry all you diehard Fallout 76 players. All three of you. It reminds me of Fallout 76 and that rum bottle that they were selling. So they had Nuka Dark, right? So you know as Nuka Cola.
Nuka Cola, yeah.
Is Nuka Dark, and it was an actual rum they were going to sell.
No way.
And they actually sold this. Cool idea, right? And they had all the promo material and everything, and it was like in a glass Nuka Cola bottle, but it was like rum.
Yeah.
And it had like a really cool like sticker and everything on it.
That sounds awesome.
And then people got their Nuka rum, right? And it was such a disappointment, like everything else with that game, right? Such a disappointment, like with the canvas bags. Like, these Nuka rum bottles came with a fucking plastic shell that looked like the Nuka Cola bottle that was supposed to be made out of.
Yep.
And then you open the shell, and it's just a normal shitty ass glass fucking rum bottle. That's all it is inside of it. So they didn't even try.
So they tried and failed, and at the last minute they outsourced it.
Yeah, and then they had the nerve.
We have to go with it.
Exactly. They had the nerve. I know I'm distracting from what we was talking about. No. They had the nerve to fucking say, oh, the reason why we went with this plastic shell design is because it actually cost more, and we thought we were giving more to the players by having this design. So it cost more to have the plastic shell than to just mold the glass bottle out of the Nuka Cola design.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck off, Bethesda.
And
fuck
I
off.
call bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
On Bethesda,
anyway,
real quick, Elder Scrolls Online is unplayable.
Is it really?
On console in Australia.
Really?
It's literally been unplayable for...
Why though?
3 years.
Why
because of the lag, man.
Really? It's that bad?
Well, you can play it. You can do some quests and stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. And then all of a sudden you'll get, a bit further into it.
Yeah.
And you'll, I need this piece of gear to
Yeah.
I need to go do this dungeon. And you'll queue. You'll queue. You
Yeah.
eventually get in. You have to, like, when you do an ability, you
Yeah.
have to anticipate your next ability.
Mm.
You can't, like, you have to have a rotation. You have to
Right.
anticipate your ability. It's unplayable. It's like,
It's that's how bad the lag is. So, like, as the
yeah.
cooldown's going off, you have to go to another cooldown.
But they're
like,
still happy
preemptively.
for people in Australia to spend money on the game. They won't just cut losses and be like, look, guys, the servers aren't good enough.
It's funny about that because it's not like
gaming companies do this shit way too often.
it's not like the ACCC doesn't go after this shit though, because I read in one of
They
my
do?
yeah, dude, I read
headhunting.
one of my textbooks. I have one of my business law textbooks, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a case in there that has it's Valve it's ACCC versus Valve Incorporated, right? And they were going after Valve because they weren't issuing refunds in Australia it was a game, it was a controversial game. I don't think it was 76, but it was something like 76 wasn't on Steam, I don't think, but it was a game.
Mm.
Yeah, it was disappointing that Steam was not issuing refunds in Australia for it. The ACCC went after them.
Wow, there you go.
And got them to issue the refunds. They won in court. So it's not like it's beyond their reach if they gave enough of a shit about it. It's all about people who actually go and complain. By the way,
no, it is.
Here's another little.
There's a lot of people that'll just put up with it and be like, "Well,
exactly,
this is my life anyway."
Exactly.
And just keep playing it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
like, here's the figures. Our player base is still strong here, so it can't be that bad of a problem. And then bam.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a fucking Layman pro tip, here's a Layman pro tip. Right? If you ever get fucking screwed with a game purchase, like if you buy a game and Steam fucking rejects your refund, or Epic Games rejects your refund, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Dude, go to the ACCC. It seems futile, right? And it probably is, if I'm going to be honest. But if enough of you fuckers go do it, ACCC versus Valve Incorporated
they need
happens.
Shit to do.
Exactly. Yeah. They need shit. That's the whole reason we pay taxes for them to exist, is so they have shit to do.
The fuck up.
Exactly.
Get your games fixed.
Exactly. Get your games fixed. Alright, so you may or may not have heard of this. Big news, right? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the 10th of September in Australia, right? There was a French movie released on Netflix. No, you're shaking your head, so I don't think you have heard of this.
I've heard of this one.
A lot of people, I think, have heard of this. So there's the French name for this film is called, I'm going to try and pronounce this, but Mignones or whatever, right? Translates into Cuties.
Okay.
That's the name of the film, Cuties.
Great. Sounds awesome.
Well, here's the thing, right? A lot of people, like my roommate, right, Tomo, who does our art for us.
Shout out to Tomo.
Shout out to Tomo, great artist.
Fucking legend.
He came across this while he was scrolling through 9gag, because he's a fag. And he goes on 9gag.
Oh, yeah, well, there goes Tomo's rep.
Make fun of Tomo in the comments of whatever particular podcast hosting service you're using. Yeah, Tomo came across this on 9gag, and he was like, what the hell is this? And I'd heard about it. I looked at it, I was like, oh, this is this film, Cuties, that everyone's talking about. Like I said, French film, right? It centers around 4 11-year-old girls, right? And they are in a dance troupe together, right? And I don't know the exact narrative of the film, what they do, like, but from what I understand, without having watched it or looked too in deep into it, it's a film about them being in this dance troupe and trying to succeed in this dance troupe, right? Now, this film is fucking one of the most controversial things I've ever seen on the internet, right? And the reason why it's so controversial, Jesse, is because I've seen a few snippets of this film. And from my personal view, as an under 30s male who obviously is interested in women, this is a film that really glorifies the sexualization of children.
Isn't it interesting
And
that was
I'm
released around the time where we're trying to forget about a certain island where a bunch of like really rich people
I
went to?
love that was the first fucking thought you had. Thank you so much, Jesse. I wasn't even going to talk about Epstein, but
damn it.
It is funny. Yes, you're right.
It's interesting.
Look, this Cuties movie. Let me just explain a few things about it. So, there's been a call to boycott Netflix over this movie, and look, there's a few scenes from this movie which are really fucked up. I'm going to describe one to you that I saw.
Netflix isn't the solution, but
I agree with you. By the way, I agree. But let me describe a scene from this movie. Right. I don't know the context of it, but these 4 girls, they're trying to sneak in somewhere. I think. Right. A security guard catches them. Adult male security guard, right? And they're in their I don't think they're in their dancing uniforms, but they're in not overly scantily clad, but not modest.
Yeah.
Modest.
The kids not wearing jeans.
That's right, yeah. And they start having an argument with this security officer who doesn't want to let them through to wherever they want to go, right? And at one point, the security officer, one of the girls goes and tries to move past him. He grabs her on the arm and says, "You're not coming through here." By the way, this is all dubbed or subtitled, right? They're all in French or it's subtitled in English, whatever. And the girl starts screaming, "What are you doing, you creep? What are you molester or something?" And frees herself up. And he's just like, no, I just don't want you to go past, all right? Another security guard comes around the corner. He's like, "What's going on here?" The girls go to him and say, "Oh, this guy's trying to molest us." The guy goes, "Oh, really?" He's like, "No, that's not what's happening. They're trying to get through here, and I'm trying to stop them. This girl tried to go, so I touched her." And he's like, "All right, well, what's this other security guard, right?" And here's the thing. I feel like this is important to just make this distinction. The first security guard, normal-looking dude.
Right.
The second security guard, I'm just going to say, it looks like a pedo.
Right.
He looks like a pedo. As soon as you see him, looks like a pedo.
Creepy, obviously portrayed that way. On purpose.
On purpose. And it's more apparent as the scene goes along because as they're arguing...
No, let him in.
No, as... no. As the scene goes on, one of the girls starts squealing just in the middle of their argument, right? That they're having with these security guards. And the security guards are like, no, stop. What are you doing? Stop screaming. And the girl goes, "No, you dummy. We're celebrating because we just found out we got accepted into the dance finals," or whatever it is, right?
Okay.
And so they start being girls, 11-year-old girls. They're happy and everything.
Which is a cool thing.
Exactly. Cool thing, right?
Yeah.
These 2 security guards are standing there going, "What's going on? What are you talking about?" One of the girls got to wearing a dance troupe, see, and she starts dancing in front of him. And here's the thing, man. There are a few different moments where they're dancing. It's very sexual. It's really, really, really fucking sexualized.
So there's probably an argument being made that even though it's a movie, these are real people acting, and the whole thing is a bit fucking weird.
You're on the right track because I have the same kind of opinion, but we'll get to that in a minute, right? Now, here's the thing. The rest of the scene plays out as the girls start getting into the groove. We dance. This is what we do, right? They start doing their thing. Security guard 1's looking at them with a kind of an upturned lip. He's like disgust. Yeah, what's going on? Security guard 2, he's got a smile on his face. He's looking up the girl that came up to him. He's just looking her up and down. There is a scene in it, Jesse, where she's shaking her ass in front of him, and he's just looking at it going, yeah, that's hot. That's hot. 11.
Trust the French to address current issues, right? They don't fuck around.
I have seen raw footage of many cartel executions where they rip out a guy's heart and stab it with a knife and then stab that knife with the heart still attached into the thorax of that person and rip out their eyes and tongue while they're still living. And that didn't make me as sick, as physically sick as that scene with the security guards made me.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I'm not exaggerating. It was gross, man. It was gross. I was going, whoa, okay, hang on.
So what's the consensus?
Now this is the thing, right? I have an open mind. And I'm one of those people that likes to
indulge in the
no, that likes to provoke. I like to provoke people, especially people who take themselves too seriously, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now here's the thing. This is what the director. Oh, fuck off, Guardian. Oh, just fucking okay. No, have it. Never mind. I'll go into a different. I had the article here and then it paywalled me.
Oh, that's fine.
Nah, pieces of shit. Anyway, fuck you, Guardian, you cunts. Anyway, the director, whose name I had before Guardian paywalled me, the director of the film.
Damn cookies, though.
I know, right? I know. See, this is when I just put on my VPN, but I can't be fucking with it. The director of the film, she has said, it's a woman, she has said, the purpose of this film
is to bring to light
the sexualization of minors in our day and age and how bad it is. That's her words.
It's the complete wrong way to bring it about. Like, bring that
Hey,
point.
Jesse, I saw a good analogy for this, alright? Hey, do you want to make a let's make a documentary. Let's make a documentary into how homeless people are treated unfairly and treated badly in the streets.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
let's go bash them.
Let's go bash them to prove how bad they're treated. Exactly.
Bashing.
Exactly. I don't think they've gone about this the right way.
That's a very good analogy.
Either way, it's got a ton of press. Everyone knows about this. Well, at least I know you didn't. Everyone except Jesse, apparently, but no.
I spend my time doing other shit.
Apart from looking at scantily clad 11-year-olds, who could blame you, honestly?
Right.
No, it just. I don't want to go as far as to say that these people are trying to normalize pedophilia or whatever stupid shit, alright?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think this movie was a really bad mistake. I think the intentions were noble if the director is to be believed. If that was her intention. It's noble, but completely missed the gun. I'm not going to watch this movie by myself because I think I'll scar myself. I need to watch this with someone.
I'm not watching it.
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it with my roommate. He's already said we'll watch it because I want to see what's actually going on here. I want to see why, what's the go here? Why is this like this? Because there was another scene that I saw where they're dancing in stage. And half the crowd is booing them. So there are nuances to it where people are disagreeing with that sort of.
They've taken that scene and they've been like, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
It always happens. Man.
I'm not
make media
exactly, and I try not to be quick to rush the judge, but that's cuties, ladies and gentlemen. That's something we've got going on in this current point in time.
Go. I mean, it is such a time for it, though, isn't it?
It's 2020. Anything's fucking possible. Let's get off this subject of fucking kids and fucking.
Well, I mean, that's
bad positions. Give me something,
when
Jesse.
You listen to the professional Laymans, you get a bit of everything.
Yeah, you get a bit uncomfortable. You get a bit excited. You get a bit amped up for Sandra at the water cooler. Yeah. Don't tell her that one, by the way. That's a bad idea. She probably doesn't want to hear about your take on Cuties, the movie.
Yeah, maybe breakfast the next morning. Be like, so you heard about Cuties? And just let her talk about it.
Or if you want to go hard mode, just put it on during your Netflix and chill session and see what happens.
By the way, Sandra is such a hot chick name, eh?
Dude, here's the thing. It's not because of Sandra Bullock, because I don't find her attractive at all.
No, I don't even think of her.
See, that's the first, because it's the only Sandra I know. I've never known another Sandra in my life, except for Sandra Bullock.
It's a hot name.
It is a hot name. It's a hot name. Sandra.
So...
Give me some news, Jesse.
Airbus redesigns A350 center console because pilots keep spilling coffee on critical instruments. Due to the design of the cockpit's interior, pilots have been spilling coffee on the instrument cluster often enough.
Nice.
For them to redesign it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love how
8 months.
I love how the engineering team was just like.
I love the point of this article.
Like, tell me.
It's not a problem because of the mess. It's a problem because the spills result in engine shutdowns.
Can you imagine being a pilot, just be like spilling your coffee, like, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, we got a bit of turbulence. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
You go to your co-pilot, George, you just like, George, I fucking spilled coffee again. And he's just like, Darian, what are you doing? Why are you spilling coffee? Fucking.
Well, the funniest thing is that
we already got told off for this shit, alright?
It's happened twice in 8 months, and it's being redesigned. So that means it went to the board, and the board was like, the engineers shouldn't have put coffee cup holders there. Fuck you!
Fuck you! We'll put him wherever we want.
Squeeze this shit in. Do you know how much fucking around we had to do to get this little area for your dumb little fucking cups? Holy fuck!
We have no room to work with. Yeah. This was literally the only place we could have put them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Redesigned 3 chips to make this whole. Like, when I read that, I fucking wet myself, dude. I felt so bad for them. Those poor design engineers, man. Like, they're already probably getting underpaid because no one is flying anymore.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, damn.
Holy
Imagine
shit.
building a plane in a cockpit and the biggest problem you have is the fucking dumb pilots spilling coffee. There you go.
Do you got another one for us, or?
Yeah.
Bring us another one.
I mean, we're over an hour.
We're currently at
15 or so.
Preamble included. We're at 1:15. We did spend about 10 minutes on the preamble, so.
Oh. So what, you want one more?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll have one more.
Oh,
and then we'll end the show. We'll end the show.
So, fucking. Let me just let me This is just for you. I almost didn't save this one, but I thought it was pretty funny. Dr. Phil told his TikTok followers to stop calling him. Stop calling him bloody.
I saw this. Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty well known, but god damn, isn't that a title, dude? Like,
I'm really sorry. I know it's a sign of respect for all of you, but just please stop calling me daddy. It's really weird.
It's really weird.
I appreciate the support. I'm Dr. Phil.
I really appreciate the love and kindness you're giving me, but please stop calling me daddy.
The fact that it's 2020 and Dr. Phil is getting legions of e-boys just go, Daddy Phil, Daddy Phil.
Puzz.
And he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's a psychologist who doesn't know what to do. Yeah. Like it just.
His actual quote was, "I hate to break it to you."
I hate to break it to you. Yeah.
Your real daddy is probably getting his feelings hurt.
Yes, real daddy's getting feelings hurt. Oh, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, man.
Hey, one thing Dr. Phil, I can always credit him for. He knows how to make an interesting show.
Yeah.
He really does. Like, he's not a Maury Povich or a fucking Jerry Springer. He has a bit of class to him, Jesse.
Who's that dude who's on the game show? The black dude with the big teeth.
Oh,
he's like the white version.
Steve. Steve someone.
Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
He's the white Steve Harvey, psychologist version.
Did you do you know what he did? He was a host of a Miss Universe one time.
He's known for saying shit.
Oh no! He called the wrong winner.
Oh.
He called He said the runner-up was the winner. He was supposed to announce the runner-up first.
Oh, actually, it's.
Dude, this poor girl. She's like, yes. And people start coming out and giving her like flowers and put the crown on her head and shit, the tiara. And then he's just like, look, I am so sorry, but you're actually the runner-up. And this look on this poor girl's face, man. And then the other girl's just like, she can't even get excited.
She's like, oh shit. Oh.
She's like, she's just been let down. And then she's been given this, but then she looks at the fucking abject look of despair on the other girl's face.
And goes,
and so she's like, she's here, and they can put the tiara on it, take it off the one girl, put it on the other, and she's just like, Just like, yeah. And Steve Harvey's just like, yeah, nothing happened. Well done. Hey, this is your Miss Universe right here, yeah.
Dude, wow.
Steve Harvey.
Steve, yes. Steve, you dog. you sly dog, Steve.
You sly dog, Steve.
Alright, well, I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah, that's, I think, okay, if I'm gonna lay down a slight amount of confidence for us both here, Jesse. I think this is the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is getting released.
Yeah, this is.
I'll fucking drive it.
There's not another fucking first episode.
No,
Next episode's episode 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 12 years old. I hope you will. I hope you'll tune in for that. We got a lot of.
A quick shout out to Voxy Beats.
Voxy Beats. Oh yeah, yes, of course. Yeah, Voxy Beats.
Check him out on YouTube. He produces like trap beats, that kind of stuff. He's pretty new and he doesn't have a lot of followers, and he's a fucking legend. And
he's been gracious enough to
allow us to use some of his
stuff. He actually does the intro to the pod.
And he'll probably be doing some more upcoming stuff. So shout out to Voxy.
Shout out to Voxy. Good work, son. Good work, son.
TPL. The professional.
We've got
send us whatever ideas, fucking whatever. Send us some shit.
And if you really feel up to it, just tell us how much of just tell us anything. Tell us something from your fucking life that you think we'd be able to appreciate. Because honestly, we lead pretty boring lives, so we kind of need other people to accentuate.
Let's be honest, this is the thing we look forward to.
Oh yeah,
this is the most exciting part of our week.
Both of us are in an abject pit of despair, literally every other moment, other than the hour and a half that we record this podcast on. No, honestly, guys, stay tuned. Thank you for listening. We've got a fucking lot planned for this show. We're gonna come at you with some fucking hard hitting shit that's gonna get you laid with Sandra, man. You're gonna suck on them titties. You're gonna fellatiate that clitoris. You're gonna brown nose that butthole.
You're gonna fondle them feet.
Yeah, fondle them feet. Yep. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're my co-host.
And you are.
See you later, cunts.
See you.
Boxy.